Welcome in our TC fam, Shelby Rogers. Always great to see you, Shelby. You've had a couple days now to let it all sink in. Last singles match, retirement. How we feeling now?
Feeling good. I think it still probably hasn't sunk in quite yet. Maybe the start of next season when I'm not going to Australia or, planning the schedule that way. Maybe it'll feel a little more realistic. But for now, I'm just enjoying the rest and letting the body recoup.
Well, that's always good, Shelby, and take as much time as you need. But, when you announce your retirement, this is always a tough thing for athletes. When you announce your retirement, what went into that decision? How did you know?
Yeah, so honestly, it's been in my mind. Maybe even since last year, Wimbledon. After that, I'd torn my meniscus and had to get another knee surgery and just, little things here and there since then. And then the start of the season, I was really committed. I'd done the rehab. I wanted to start and give this season my all. And then things just keep popping up, and I just, for myself, I have a level of respect and integrity also for the game where, okay, if I can't bring a certain level, I feel like I shouldn't be out there just, for myself. And so it was definitely a difficult decision, but I felt like it was the right time. And I definitely held off as long as I could announcing it because it was just very emotional. And I don't know how people do these farewell tours. Like every week you're showing up and people are, complimenting you and hugging you. And there's just so many emotions that go into it. So I couldn't personally do that every week, so I saved it till the last one.
Well, speaking of emotions, you saw the draw when it came out and you were playing your friend Jessie Pegula. What did you feel? How did you approach this match? Just what were you feeling going into it?
So retirement aside, it was like, dang, she's one of the most informed players on tour right now. Couldn't this have been later in the tournament? I'm going to have to bring some serious tennis. And then it was, okay, this is kind of a cool moment. I'm really excited to play on Ash again. Obviously, some really great memories for me there. And what an amazing opportunity. And then it was, okay, now we're second night match. We could have played a little earlier. I hope Carlos gets this match done quickly. And so I think there was a lot of different tracks that my thoughts went down. I'm going through that. But in the end, I was super grateful to have had that moment be so special and share it with someone like Jessie, who's just so kind and sweet and handled that moment better than probably most girls would. I just wasn't expecting her to cry more than I did. I did not have that on my bingo card.
Yeah, you were hugging her and consoling her, I think, right? At one point.
If anyone knows me and throughout my career how much I've cried, that was a turn of events, to say the least.
That's what happens when you go back to Southern Sectionals. It's been a long journey to get to this point, Shelby. We mentioned some of your amazing accomplishments throughout your career. For you personally, what are the greatest memories?
Gosh, there's so many. And I had this question asked to me the other day, actually, and I think a lot of the matches that I remember and cherish the most probably aren't some of the biggest wins on paper. I think one of them was when my first match back in Charleston in 2019 after my first surgery, where I'd been off tour for, I think it was 13 months. Getting that win was huge for me. There were other moments where, maybe I lost a tough match in a third set, but then was able the next week to come back and play some good tennis where you just feel like you're playing well, but then, the results aren't there, but you find it in the end. So I think some of those moments are really special for me personally. Of course, the Ash Barty match was amazing. Beating Serena was amazing. Billie Jean King Cup Champions was amazing. So I definitely have a lot of things to look back on and cherish.
Well, Shelby, you and I were able to get into the booth and work together for the first time. And hopefully that's a highlight in your career. I didn't hear you mention it, but...
Yeah, the TC Live,
come on.
Being on the desk with us.
But in all seriousness, are you going to look to get back in the booth? Are we going to see you a little bit more doing some commentating? It was a lot of fun, and you did a terrific job.
It was fun. And you know what? I'm telling everyone that I don't want to be a stranger to the sport. I don't want to be one of those players that just sort of disappears. I want to stay involved, especially in just growing the game. And it's such a beautiful sport, and it deserves so much attention and so many more fans to be, come around and experience this sport. So I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of this next generation coming up. That was always a big reason why I played, was to inspire other people and, the kids at the matches with their big smiles and loving their time there. So those are all reasons that still mean a lot to me, and I want to carry that forward. So yeah, I would love to talk about tennis. It's something I can do pretty well. I know a little bit about it. So I think, if someone will have me, I'd like to stay on TV one way or another.
Well, you've certainly inspired a lot of people, Shelby, and you're always welcome with us here at Tennis Channel. You know we love you, and we wish you, John, the whole family, all the best, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys.